Anyways, I was planning later on showing you some footage of a forest fire that we've been dealing with for the past few days, but I thought before I get there, since now it's on my mind because it looks like I'm driving towards another one, and this one is a new one because it wasn't here before, and I checked the forest fire website this morning, the one that lets us know what's going on, and this one was not on there this morning, so it's got to be fairly fresh. I'm not in my truck, obviously, if you can see, pulling my horse trailer down to Alberta to pick up a new horse. So yeah, the forest fire that's down by Liard Hot Springs has been burning for a few days now, and they're piloting us through there. I got held up for a few hours on Monday because the road was closed. It did actually hop the road. My camera's going to keep moving on me here because I forgot my little tripod. The fire has hopped the road and it's getting bigger and bigger. I don't understand people, and there's my camera again. This place out here where I live and work is so beautiful, and the animals are all so beautiful, and you know, everybody's so fortunate to come up here. These fires, they're still investigating the cause of the one at the hot springs, but there wasn't any rain, there wasn't any lightning, there was no storms for a couple of days before, or more than a couple of days. It's been quite a while, so I'm quite sure they're going to find that it's human caused. Plus it was started so close to the road that it's just kind of obvious, but I just don't understand I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but usually when spring comes up here, we get, you know, it comes rather slowly. Everybody thought we were going to have a good forest fire season because we had so much snow that we thought actually we were going to have snow on the ground until just about July. But what normally happens is it warms up, some snow melts, it gets cold, it freezes again, it snows again, it warms up, some snow melts, and this goes on for, you know, 6 weeks. But when spring showed up this year, it just showed up. It just showed up and everything melted. And what happens is when everything just melts that fast, it doesn't have time to soak into the ground, and all of our snow just all had nowhere to go, and it just flowed all into the rivers and the lakes. So not very much soaked into the ground, and what's happening now is our ground is really dry, and this is what's going to happen. So people, please, no matter where you live, I mean, I care about this area the most, of course, but don't throw your cigarette butts out the window. Please, please, please don't even start a fire out in the bush. I see some people start them out on close to the river, like where they're not around trees. They're just sort of out on the riverbank, rocky area. You know, that's not quite as bad, but I don't know, if you're close to a tree line, you know, sparks can fly, little pieces. If you're burning paper, the paper can fly. You know, like the area down by Liard where the fire jumped the highway is, I mean, it jumped a big distance. You know, the highway's cut back, I don't know, a couple 100 feet at least on both sides, or there's just grass, and then there's, you know, the width of the highway, and it managed to jump that, and they seem to do that quite easily. I don't know how they do that, but traveled quite a distance, so just a little bit of wind and spark, or, you know, pieces of ash flying. If the ground's dry enough, that's all it takes, just a little bit of whatever. So this is the animals' land out here. You know, everybody thinks the animals are always in their way. We're in their way. This is, you know, I feel really bad. The buffalo have taken off. There's not very many left. They're out in the bush. You know, we have a huge amount of bears out this year, more than I've ever seen. I've seen more grizzlies this year in the past month than I've actually seen in the last few years all put together. And more black bears than usual too. Lots of tiny little cubs out. So I don't know, I feel really bad for them. I know they've still got lots of you're able to see it, but there was no smoke here. Recently I'm starting to smell it too, but later when I get close to the hot springs, I'll take a bit of video. I have some pictures too from right when it first started. They're not the best pictures because we were getting piloted through, but we were going pretty fast, so some of them are pretty blurry, but you can see flames and whatnot. You can see where the fire retardant was all put across the road. But I'm hoping that this doesn't continue on all summer. You know, I don't want us to finish this summer with a bunch of black forest. It's just way too nice out here. So please, no cigarette butts out the window, no fires. There's lots of places to eat out here. It's warm enough you don't need a fire. It's just not worth it at all. That's all for now. I'll do my video later of the fire. Talk to you later. Probably can't see it, but the fire has moved from the road way up to a hill up there. I don't know if it's visible, but you can see where it's burning, where the smoke's billowing off of it. Maybe when I get around the corner, I'll be able to see it. See, it's still burning in the bush right here. There's firefighters looking for help. A lot of respect for these guys because I've been driving in this smoke for not very long now. I can feel it in my lungs. It doesn't feel very good. Fire straight ahead of me now on the hill. Showing up there in that hill.